Right. And I assume there was plenty of that. Again, the employees are awesome. They had their methods with different colors, sticky tapes and paper clips and things like that. So, but yeah, implementing technology in kind of a paper-based process can be challenging. And one of the things that I've learned is just to go the speed that your employees can handle. Because if we came in and we tried to rip everything up and implement all the new processes at once, I think we would have lost some people. But I'm a big people person, so it's been like a hand in hand progression, right? So we implement one thing. How's it going? Oh, it's going well, but this. Okay, well, just take your time. Take as long as you need. Okay, now we got this one down. Okay, we're going to implement another software. Okay, how's it going? This one's great, but we're struggling with this. Okay, take your time, get comfortable with it. And so just going slow enough to where the employees can
like they're feeling comfortable with it. Yeah. That's fascinating. And I think sometimes you go in and you're like, I've got this grand idea. I want to make all these changes. I want to run with it. And, ultimately these changes have to still marinate. They have to gel, and they can't just make changes as fast as possible. There's a concept from a book called measure the gain, not the gap. I can't remember the name of the book, but it's measure the gain and not the gap. And basically what you're trying to do is measure how far you've come. So as you might have these 20 different processes that you're trying to cut out to 3 processes, you can't just go out and do it all at once, right? All you're doing is looking at the gap of where you still need to go. But if you look back and you've made a lot of progress, but it's just going to take a lot longer than you think. And that's okay. And just being okay with that. And it sounds like you did this in a really smooth way. You came to the approach of let's help the employees get more of what they get done. Let's help them have more fun here, have a easier time doing their job, and let's give them some support. So everybody likes to be part of a growing company. Growing companies have their own growing pains, but it's a lot better than being a company that's stagnant or that's not growing. Because, what do they say is like revenue can cure a lot of problems. Growth can cure a lot of problems. And so it's just more fun to work with a growing company. And so I'd imagine these employees, they've been there for a long time. They're very loyal. You're taking good care of them. They're taking care of you and your investment in your business, and you have an SBA loan. So I know what that means. You've got personal guarantees on there. So it's everybody's working in the same direction. They're all rowing in the same direction.
Yeah. And we've also included our employees in the hiring process. We have a unique hiring process that I've come to love. I learned it from one of my partners. So we have a 4-step hiring process. We run ads on Indeed or KSL or wherever it is, and we invite everybody that applies to a group interview. So everybody, we don't really scan the resumes. We just invite everybody, and we ask them to show up on time and bring a hard copy of their resume. And if they can do those 2 things, then they've at least met one level. And then the group interview, we ask some generic questions, right? It's nothing specific. It's just kind of hypothetical. And we get to know if they can present themselves well, right? And then once we go through the group interview, then we pass them along to the next phase, which is a job shadow. So I actually put them with one of my employees for 2 hours. And then I get the feedback from the employee, hey, can you work well with this person? Do you think this person would fit well with our team? And they, at that point in the interview process, they sign off and say, yeah, we want them, or no, we don't. And then after that, then they sit down in a one-on-one group or one-on-one interview with me. And then I get to do kind of more of the, tell me about this job, tell me about your strengths, tell me about this. And then I'll do a reference check, and then we'll extend a job offer. And so we haven't been, our growth from a headcount perspective has been with really good people. I feel like we've had the opportunity to filter a lot of people and have multiple people approve within the company of if they want them to join the team or not.
Well, you're going to write a textbook on how to do that, because I've never heard of that type of hiring process, but it makes a lot of sense. It makes a ton of sense. And I think you're getting the buy-in of people who are going to be working with them already, and they know what needs to be successful. And they know if, personalities aren't going to gel very early. So it allows you to, maybe prevent some of those problems that could happen 6 months, 12 months down the road before they even happen.